Is sleep paralysis demonic? A deep dive into the haunting phenomenon. A glimpse into the darkness. You wake up in the dead of night, your room shrouded in an eerie stillness. A suffocating pressure pins you to the bed. You struggle to move, to scream, but your body refuses to obey. In the corner of your vision, a shadowy figure looms, its form shifting unnaturally. You feel an overwhelming sense of dread, an unshakable certainty that something ancient and malevolent is watching you. Was this just a trick of the mind? A natural sleep disorder? Or was it something else, something demonic? For centuries, people across cultures have reported terrifying experiences during sleep paralysis. Many describe seeing dark entities, shadow people, demonic figures, or even the infamous old hag pressing down on their chest. But is there a scientific explanation for these nightmarish encounters? Or do they point to a supernatural reality? This article will explore the origins, beliefs, and terrifying real-life encounters of sleep paralysis to answer a chilling question. Is sleep paralysis truly demonic? Chapter 1. Sleep Paralysis, a Gateway to the Unknown. Sleep paralysis is a phenomenon that occurs when a person wakes up during REM, rapid eye movement sleep, but remains unable to move. During this stage of sleep, the brain temporarily paralyzes the muscles to prevent the body from physically acting out dreams. However, when something disrupts this transition, such as stress, sleep deprivation, or irregular sleep cycles, the mind becomes conscious, while the body remains paralyzed. Scientifically, this explains why people experience an inability to move, a sensation of pressure on the chest, and even hallucinations. But why do so many people describe seeing the same terrifying figures? Chapter 2. The Universal Terror, Demonic Encounters Across Cultures. One of the most unsettling aspects of sleep paralysis is that similar horrifying encounters have been reported across different cultures and time periods. The night hag, Western folklore. In European folklore, sleep paralysis is often linked to the night hag. This demonic entity is said to sit on the chest of her victims, crushing them with her weight and stealing their breath. Stories of the hag have existed for centuries, even inspiring Henry Fuseli's famous painting, The Nightmare, 781, which depicts a demonic creature crouching atop a sleeping woman. The shadow people, modern accounts. Many modern victims of sleep paralysis report seeing shadowy, humanoid figures standing in the corners of their rooms or hovering over them. Some claim these entities wear hats, while others describe them as faceless, formless beings that exude an overwhelming aura of malice. The jinn, Middle Eastern beliefs. In Islamic culture, sleep paralysis is sometimes attributed to jinn, supernatural beings that exist in an unseen realm parallel to our own. Some believe that encountering a jinn during sleep paralysis means it is attempting to possess or communicate with the sleeper. Reciting verses from the Quran is often said to banish them. Kanashibari, Japanese folklore. In Japan, sleep paralysis is known as kanashibari, meaning bound in metal. It is often associated with spirits or ghosts trying to invade the dreamer's body. Some believe that lingering spirits, particularly those with unfinished business, can cause sleep paralysis as they try to make contact with the living. Pisadeta, Brazilian mythology. In Brazil, there is a terrifying folklore entity known as Pisadera, an old, skeletal woman with long fingernails, who creeps onto sleeping victims and crushes their chest. The legend bears an eerie resemblance to other cultures' descriptions of the night hag. The chilling question remains, why do different cultures, separated by vast distances in history, describe the same terrifying entities? Chapter 3. Psychological versus Paranormal. Two Sides of the Nightmare. Science provides a rational explanation for sleep paralysis. Studies show that stress, sleep deprivation, and neurological factors contribute to the experience. The hallucinations associated with sleep paralysis are believed to be a result of the brain's attempt to make sense of its surroundings while still in a dreamlike state. But skeptics argue that these scientific explanations fail to account for one crucial detail. Why do so many sleep paralysis sufferers experience the presence of evil entities rather than random hallucinations? If sleep paralysis were purely a brain misfire, shouldn't people report a variety of visions instead of eerily similar demonic encounters? Some researchers suggest that if malevolent entities exist beyond human perception, sleep paralysis might open a doorway between worlds. Could it be that our sleeping mind is not simply hallucinating, but perceiving something real? Chapter 4. Real-life sleep paralysis horror stories. Case number 1. The Man in the Hat. A woman from New York described experiencing sleep paralysis multiple times. But one night was different. She awoke to see a tall, shadowy man wearing a wide-brimmed hat standing in the doorway of her bedroom. She couldn't move, but she could feel his presence growing stronger. Just as she thought he was about to reach her, she was finally able to scream, and the figure vanished instantly. Case number 2. The Whispering Voices. A man from Mexico reported that during one episode of sleep paralysis, he heard multiple whispering voices speaking in a language he had never heard before. The voices grew louder and more aggressive until he was finally able to break free. When he described the sounds to his grandmother, she told him that he had been visited by lost souls. Case number 3. The Suffocating Shadow. A woman in England described waking up to a dark, smoky entity sitting on her chest. The entity had glowing red eyes and emitted a deep, guttural growl. She felt an overwhelming sense of doom, as if she were about to die. When she finally managed to move, the entity disappeared in a burst of static-like energy. Chapter 5. Protecting Yourself. Can you prevent demonic sleep paralysis? If sleep paralysis is a natural phenomenon, then regulating sleep cycles, reducing stress, and avoiding sleep deprivation should help prevent it. But if it is a supernatural attack, how do you protect yourself? Spiritual protection methods, prayer and religious practices. Many people claim that reciting prayers, such as Psalm 91 or Ayatul Kursi from the Quran, can banish evil entities. Cleansing rituals, burning sage, placing salt around the bed, or using religious symbols are said to ward off dark forces. Avoiding certain sleep positions. Some cultures believe sleeping on your back makes you more vulnerable to supernatural attacks. Conclusion: is sleep paralysis demonic? The debate between science and the supernatural remains unresolved. While psychology explains sleep paralysis as a brain anomaly, the eerie similarities between accounts worldwide suggest something far stranger may be at play. Are these hallucinations simply products of our own minds? Or are they glimpses into a dark, hidden reality? Perhaps the answer is both. Maybe science and the paranormal are two pieces of the same puzzle. Tonight, when you close your eyes, ask yourself, if you wake up and find something watching you, will you still believe it's just a dream?